It's raining outside. It's raining pretty hard. It's real muddy. It's muddy. It's flooding. It sucks trying to get in this car whenever it's like this because it's a pool around it. I guess it's shop time. So it's come to my attention that my primary viewership is males aged between 55 to 64. So for those of you that are fitting that demographic that watch my videos, this cup of coffee's for you. Good stuff there. Too bad it wasn't too awful warm. Now for those of you, the 10% that are female, I hope you'll appreciate. I shaved just for y'all, and I got my hair down. Hope I look cute. Still some more cleaning to be done, but I got all the wiring stripped out of the car except for just a couple plug-ins here and there. I got some spark plug wires made, fresh spark plugs in it. First order of business on this car is going to be to wire up the ignition system and then the starting system. Make sure that this engine's going to run. After that, it's going to be hooking up a cooling system, wiring up all the lights. Of course, the fuel system is going to need some work. Hopefully the switch still works. Ooh. If you don't mind the parts strewn out everywhere and up on top of the roof, she's looking better. No more moss on the glass. No more moss on the side of the car. Still some black splotches on the hood, but nothing a hand wash can't fix. Big yellow coil. Don't know what I'm gonna do about this gauge, but maybe I'll leave it on here whenever I go to prime the engine. Make sure it has oil pressure. Yeah. Probably not going to run this though. It's a little too big and gaudy for me. It can live right there for now. Nothing's on fire. What do we get? She's not going to crank enough. Maybe I'll need a new starter. Dang it. I was hoping this would work. Oh well. 'Tis the way. Oh, the things y'all have missed. Wonderful. All right, world's heaviest short hammer here. Perfect. Got a mixture of 32-to-1 premium fuel and 2-stroke oil from the dirt bikes. Let's see if I can get this thing to bust to life. All right, give it a little to drink off of there. Well, it looks like my connection is poor. Hell dang it. She ain't one to crank. So in case y'all are wondering why it's taking so long to, make another video, the weather has something to do with it. All right, we got Georgia here. So this is technically the first snow of the year. Got his truck over there getting a new transmission. We got a whiny kitty over here that surely wants some food. Lots of things have been happening to this car. Just, it's slow moving. What is it, Granny Kitty? You gonna come say hi? Georgia Kitty's really wanting to bug me. Hey there, Granny Kitty. Granny Kitty's not the friendliest of cats. He really likes to be pet though once you get a hold of him. But you can see he's skittish. My poor car's all covered in snow. Trunk key. Alright, so one of the many things that has been happening recently is I made complete total new cables. Even got the ground cable hooked up to my switch, and then it goes down and it actually goes through a factory grommet and bolts to the frame. Power cable runs all the way to the front of the car where I have a bulkhead connector in the the firewall. So this thing, it's coming along. Hooking up proper battery cables actually allowed this thing to crank over fast enough to bark to life at me yesterday. Unfortunately, it's one of those cases where the best of things always happen whenever the camera is not rolling. Oh yeah, George likes to be pet. If only there wasn't snow and hungry kitties, we would be making this car fire up. It's really coming down, ain't it? Ain't no way I'm getting anything done on the car today. Not with my feet buried in the snow. Who would have thought Oklahoma would get this kind of snow? Oh well, you know what I'm gonna do? I can't let a day off work go to waste. I'm gonna see if I can't get this rear end pulled apart a little bit. It'll be good. I got this drum off earlier. It was a pain in the behind. You can kind of see this drum over here. Yeah, trust me, there's a drum there. And the liner, I don't know how well you can see that, but the liner's stuck from the brake shoes on that side. This other side came off. Birds are chirping. All right, I'm gonna go get some sockets and get this off of here. Yeah, that's, man, I'm gonna have to get an actual measuring tape with that. How long is my finger? It snowed a lot here today. But rear end is completely tore apart. Got my axles, got my center section in there with a 275 gear. Man, she's gonna be a highway cruise with that kind of gear. Maybe I'll sell that on marketplace or something. Give me an aluminum center section. But there she is. She's all bare. She's all, got a bunch of gunk in her. It was not well maintained. I don't know if this thing had any fluid left in when it was pulled. So it's going to complete and total rebuild. The race came out of this side. There's still a race in that side. It's okay though. This thing's going to have to get narrowed up to fit in the car. I measured it from axle flange to axle flange was 65 inches. That's way too wide for a Chrysler A body. So it's going to get narrowed up. Alright, there's one thing you always need to check on a Holly. Luckily I have the tools to be able to do it. So this right here is something I made for checking the deck surfaces on, engine blocks, cylinder heads and whatnot. It is surface ground. It's completely flat. I'm going to use this to check and see if there's any warpage on the main body right here and right there. Obviously I'll have to take this gasket off. I'll have to disassemble the base plate off the main body, but I'll get to that later. Alright, so here's something new. I know it's not focusing very well, but there's thread sealer on this. Like, I don't understand why someone would decide to put thread sealer on your idle mixture screw, but it's there. By the way, I got the carburetor all cleaned up. Power's off. Let's go turn that on after I get these header bolts out of the intake. All right, let's see how she cranks with the battery fully charged. A lot better than it used to. Throw some fuel in there. Now this thing's got spark. Ought to be enough for now. By the way, that's the same mix that I was using before. Premium 32-to-1 two-stroke oil. Yeah. Give her a little more, it's cold. I know this thing fired up the other day. Don't know what's going on. Of course, it wasn't on video. That is why I turned the power off. Nice thing about this, bam, power to the ignition's off. Full 12 volts to the coil at all times now. Give her a little extra. All right, hold up. Let's undo this because this was getting a little toasty. Battery may already be trying to go dead. It's not a very high output battery. It only has power to the ignition while cranking right now, by the way. I'm gonna do some wiring. We'll try this again. Let the battery charge up. I promise she ran before. Oh, it's puffing a little bit out of there. I am hearing a Mopar run today, one way or another. Up there goes the neighbors. Valiant just do this. Scamp, whatever the world that car is. So I'm calling it quits for this video. Been working on this thing for a little too long, and most of the stuff that I need to do to the car for now is pretty boring. I was hoping I could get it fired up for y'all, but it has showed me that at the very least, with the fact that there's still snow on the ground, it's not going to happen. And in fact, I may end up just rebuild my other 400 real quick and throwing it in there. Who knows? Only time will tell. Anyway, for now, probably won't see anything on the car for a little bit. Maybe a little update here and there. Everything else is going to be projects such as 4-speed swapping this car, because it's 904, doesn't exactly have reverse anymore. In the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed thus far, and there will definitely be more to come on that car soon enough.